What is up, everybody, and welcome to the week 3 of the DBB Season 5 Blaze Division. This week we're up against the Poland palarins. And as you can see, their team is right here. They got Terror Sneasler, very, very scary. They got Rodham Wash, got Gliscor, Tinglu, Alulamora, Skeletor's Fortress, and Arbelivia. Now, all of these Pokemon are pretty scary. Sneasler is a very offensive Pokemon, but the rest of the team, they go more towards Stall. Warren Rush, great with Hydro Pump, does a lot of damage. Full switch to switch around status condition with both Thunder Wave and Will-O-Wisp, and all around it can just be a nuisance. Gliscor we faced in week 1, and it is also really good with Poison Heal. In Toxic it can heal a lot of damage, you can set up hazards, it can just all around be annoying. Tinglu is also another great hazard mon. It is good with moves like spikes and rocks, and it can have Road Chop to threaten Latias and Earthquake to just do good damage. Autolamola with Regenerator can be really annoying, with Flip Turn to switch around to help its Healing Wish to give it to what's it called, its teammates. Skeletor is, well, as you see, the team for this week will be a really annoying thing with its unaware ability that stops all setup, and it can be pretty annoying. Plus with Slag Off, it can stay up a lot, and it has Will-O-Wisp 2 and Hex, and of course its signature move, Torch Song, to give it a special attack boost. We of course have a very good spinner in Fortress with its amazing typing of Bug Steel, which is only weak to fire types, and it can be a really big problem. It also has Sturdy, so it never really dies. And Arbelivia, who can Terra and can be really difficult. It can also be so annoying with Citrus Berry and what's it called, Harvester, to keep on getting it again with its terrain and lead scene. It can just be all around be annoying. So what are we bringing this week to stop it? Now, this week normally I have like a good idea of what Pokemon are and are not coming. This week I wasn't too sure. I had a feeling Arbelivia was never coming, as Sneasler would obviously be the main Pokemon, so I expect any of these 7 Pokemon could come, just not Arbelivia. I don't think that. But to start off, we have Cracker the Crocodile. For this week I forgot to give my Pokemon names. This is the week I have prepped the least for. I haven't prepped very much. I got a bit demotivated after losing week 2, so I have not been prepping as much as I have the other weeks. Though I did go over the sets with one of my friends who also is in this rag league. I did lose to him last week, but couldn't be so mad about that. First we have Cracker, of course our mascot, who's running a Citrus Berry set with Moxie, Terra Ghost, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Taunt, and Knockoff. Now, this set is the designated lead with Stealth Rocks, because rocks are super good in matchups where they're stalled to chip down Pokemon. Earthquake to just hit his Pokemon for some alright damage. Threaten Skeletor, just okay damage. Knockoff to remove items like a Citrus Berry and Arbelivia and Toxic Orb here and stuff like that. It has Moxie because I didn't really see a lot of use for Intimidate, as I didn't feel like I would want to bring it in on Sneasler because of its dark typing. I do have Terra Ghost, though I think my sweeper this week though needs the Terra more than this thing does, so don't think I'm gonna be using it. Yeah, Taunt is to I'm thinking a lead of Tinglu is very possible, so I can taunt it and get off my own rocks. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, and it has max attack and a little bit of HP with max special defense. This is to live Hydro Pump from Wash, so I can get up a Knockoff and do a ton of damage. Our next member and the sweeper of this week is of course Vernius, the keldeo. This week is bulky setup set, we have leftovers with Carmine, Substitute, Surf, and Sacred Sword with Terra Water. Now, this set was highly what's it called? Highly suggested by my friend, and he thought that this would be a really good set. And I've looked into it, and I think it could work pretty well too. So, the basically that we get up a substitute, we can use Carmine to get up a attack and special attack and special defense. Use Surf to just do a ton of damage, or a water move, and Sacred Sword to hit as a fighting move. And I thought Sacred Sword would burn Aura Spear because I can hit stuff really well, and it also hits the opponent's physical defense instead of spatial, so we might be able to catch them off like that. Terra Water. Now, we thought about it, and I think Terra Water is best because it gives a ton of extra damage, but also their way to stop Keldeo is Skeleturge, and I can't really O-code with Reserve, so if I give it Terra Water, I can take it out that way, or at least do a lot of damage. Now, this thing is a setup mon, so I wanted to have a ton of HP, and since his team is pretty slow, I could definitely afford that. Alright amount of physical defense, and a lot of... This is so much that I can take 2 close combats from Sneasel. This does also mean that a +2 won't be able to kill me. And the rest into special defense, because yeah, I need to have the rest there. Now, I don't know, it says here I have 28 remaining points. That's a bit weird. I think I might just mess up the stats, cause I really hope I did not go into this match with 28 less EVs in like speed or special attack than I could. But anyway, on to our next member. A last minute decision. My match got it got delayed to today instead of yesterday, so I switched originally Meow to the cooking one, Rotom Heat. Now, the cooking one is having a heavy duty set, and they have a lot of rocks Pokemon that could really annoy my team. I have Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave, Volswith, and Hex. This is a set that relies a lot on spreading condition and then just hexing. I felt like this was a good idea here, and Volswitch for switching out. Now, I had both Thunder Wave and Will-O-Wisp, since both of them are good and not all because he has like Ting-Lu and Skeleturge, which is immune to Will-O-Wisp and Thunder Wave respectively. I have enough offense that I can 2-ko Sneasler after Thunder Waving or Will-O-Wisping it, and the rest was just into defense and HP to live more hits. Our next member is Arbor the Pi. Oh man, oh shit, I don't remember how to spell Pi. I don't remember. Okay, just imagine it says Pi 4 from Ninjago, but Pi 4 here, who is going to is our designated counter to Sneasler, as I actually was one of the reasons I drafted it in the first place, because I thought I have trouble with fighting types. A good Pokemon that can stop fighting types is this guy. We're running leftovers to take more damage, more hits. We have Intimidate to intimidate down Sneasler. We have Haze to stop it from setting off Earthquake, to do a ton of damage to it. Poison Jab is for if it has an alternative Terra, and Knock Off to remove items. Yeah, I have enough where 2 close combats can't kill me from full HP, and a bit of special defense just to make sure I don't get fried by a special defender. Then we have Lodias, aka Leonardo. Yeah, Leonardo, who is running a interesting set here. This set was meant to be better suited for stall, running Lustrous Perch, 5th turn, Levitate, Recover, Ice Beam, and Soul Dew. Now, the thing about this set here is that it's supposed to be better against stall. Recover to get up HP, Flip Turn to switch around, and Lustrous Pole is for general good damage, and Ice Beam is to hit things like Ting Lu and our believer just to do more of that. And Soldier is because it does extra damage and I couldn't really think of much else. Again, I didn't prep that much. I just have enough speed where I'll speed Gliscor and then I just have max special attack. Our last member is of course Iron Corv, who felt essential in this matchup as, you know, he's great at dealing with stall because, you know, he's a steel flying type with roost and defog to get rid of hazards. It's the set I've brought 3 rows in a week, but it's just so good. U-turn to switching out Brave Bird to just to hit Sneasler. Again, in the opposite set of Arbok, because I'm worried that if I get in a bad situation where Skeletons can just fire off torchons, it couldn't be very well, so I gave myself more special defense. On Nerf was, in case our reliever came, I could stop it from doing its thing by making sure it couldn't eat its citrus berry. So that is the team for this week. Yeah, and I think we just get into the battle now. If you're wondering why week 2 didn't come out, one, I was a bit depressed after it, and the week 1 video did not get very many views, so it didn't really motivate me really to make it. But now I feel like I could come back and make it again, because I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, like and subscribe. But yeah, let's just get straight into the replay. So we have the battle here. We have the 2 teams. We did have some combinations in the start because he had Terra Steel, Sneasler, but he was supposed to be fighting, so I let him switch to Terrifying because I'm so nice and because I feel like it would be rude not to. I wasn't sure I was against the rule or something like that, but it's not, so we'll just begin here now. They didn't bring Guy's Claw, which I'm kind of surprised by. I thought they would surely bring Gliscor, but it did not. So that's the lead here. Schneisler, of course, the Tinglu, Skeleturge, Fortress, Alulamula, and Rotom Awash. So yeah, let's get straight into the battle. Yeah, we had a bit of talk about how he was very surprised that I didn't have Neosgrada, didn't really want it, as you can see. Terrifying Sneasler. And he leads up with Tinglu, and I lead off with Cracker here. This is the lead we expected. And so here I just click Taunt because I want to stop them from getting up their hazards, which turns out to be spikes here. We go for Taunt, they don't do anything. We go for Rocks and they go for Earthquake because I don't have any HP investment or physical defense investment. It does a lot. So to avoid that, I switch in to Corviknight. And switching the Heat Train now. Heat Train. Fortress. Now, at this point, I realized there's 2 moves they can go for: Stealth Rocks or Rapid Spin. And I think, alright, well, this is a good point of getting in Verniers because, you know, doesn't really get threatened much by it. They go for the better option of Stealth Rocks. They should have gone for Volt Switch probably, but I can definitely see them wanting to get up Rocks since, you know, I have, because they actually told me later in the battle they wanted to chip down Arbok so Sneasler could sweep, so they go for Stealth Rock. And now I'm like, okay, I'm a very good position, so I go for Substitute, and they switch into Rotom. Makes sense. Yeah, I get up. Okay, keldeo here. I get up a sub. Here I made a mistake. I mean, okay, it wasn't a mistake in the battle, but I don't know. Here my situation wasn't great. I couldn't really call mine well, so I just went for Sacred Sword. But because Sacred Sword attacks its physical defense and not special, Rotom takes a lot of damage from it. As you can see, 45% is crazy for a Rotom, but that's because they were obviously special defensive, so they did a lot. They went for Discharge again. I feel like Volt Switch would have been better, so I go for it again and go into the fish here, and it does not a lot of damage. I'm honestly surprised by this, but I'm not gonna be honest, I completely forgot what Sacred Sword did during this entire battle, so I didn't know that I was hitting them on the physical side. But anyway, here, so Wishfish come in here, and I decide that let's get up another sub because I know that Alulamora can't do much to keldeo. So I go for a substitute here. I go bada bang, bada boom, sub. They go for wish, and now it's when the game starts going really good for me, cause I go for a calm mind. They can't do much, and they go for a miracle because they think I'm gonna attack. And now my opponent realized the situation they ended up in. Calm mind, keldeo against the monster. They realize, they literally type me in the chat that they have lost. They end up going for a flip turn here into Tinglu now. The thing about Tinglu is that it knows Wind Rider, or Wind Rider, what am I talking about? Okay, I don't remember what the move is called. Whirlwind, that's what it's called. Basically, it forces the opponent out regardless if they're behind a sub or not. But I'm +2 now, and you guys remember Terrawater? I thought I didn't know if this would do enough. I didn't think so, and I also just didn't want to risk it, so I go for a surf here. Whew. +2 Terrawater surf, just OKOs it, and that was the first kill. Now you can see his team is getting kind of against keldeo, and I honestly at this point I felt pretty good because I hadn't really realistically thought about winning ever. Of course, I haven't won yet. Now I expect a close combat here from them because why wouldn't they? They want to break this up. Now normally I think a fake out for their normal gym Steezer would be enough, but as you saw, I have a lot of physical defense investment, so not only does this fake out not what's it called, break this up, a surf takes out their Sneasler. Now they were like on burden with normal gym, but that doesn't really matter here. At this point it's getting a bit much for them, but Fortress come in. Normally Sturdy would allow it to hit, but since Cracker set up Rocks surf, so Vernias gets to surf this thing to the next dimension. At this point my heart is starting to beat a lot. It was already doing that, but I was getting to like, can I win this? So I go for another Calm Mind because I know I don't kill it, and I also know that he could go for Miracle. Goes for flip turn, breaks my subs, which didn't skill dirt. Now I just think I want to take it out. And it does have unaware, so I have to Terrawater, but I feel like Terrawater Surf should do it, but they're actually Scarf, so they hit me with Shadow Arm. I think to myself, why did they do so much damage? But I forgot about how unaware works, so that's why they did so much. They also ignore my special defense boost, but doesn't matter, they die here. And now it's getting kind of bad for them, because now it's putting a little more. I click substitute, they go for a wish, and at this point the game is more or less over. Aroud can do nothing to keldeo, and flip turns out while Rotom can a +3 Sacred Sword is something nothing can take. So I go for that, and boom, it's dead. Now remember how I said that +4 is something nothing can take? Well, this max physical defense with a physical defense boosting nature wish fish Aroud here can take a +4 Calm Mind apparently, and yeah, that's fun. I thought it had a lot of spatial defense, but it's actually physical defense because because moves. Now, so we finish off Aroud here, and this means that the Copenhagen Crocodiles have won their first game. Your coach Hacker TMNT has won his first battle, and keldeo got all 4 kills this match. I know I don't sound so excited, but I can tell you guys, my voice was completely different when I won there. I could not believe it. I was so much in shock. For context, my opponent had 2 wins and 0 losses with +8 differential, and now they're at 2-1 and +2 differential because they got 6-0'd. This also means that, of course, we won this. Very happy, very happy. This means that if we go in on the thing here and go down to leaderboard and standings, we went from -5 differential to +1, meaning that now we're back in this now. And also because of keldeo's performance, it did die once in the first game I brought it, the first battle, but that means it now has +5 differential. It killed 6 Pokemon, so now it's in 3rd place, which is crazy. So that's amazing. I am so happy for it. I know I won't be able to get this much luck next time. It was purely because the Pokemon I had was so good, the set was so good that they just had no way of winning. I also think I made Keldeo really good with this set. It really made sure that they couldn't even break my sub. The Sneasler with a power gym boosted fake out, so I was super happy. I won't expect to win this easily or just win maybe a battle more in this season, because it was so specific. We even did a battle afterwards to see how it would go if I didn't sweep it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I lost 0-5 in that game to Terrifying Sneasler. It did also give me a more insight, and I think that I should have given Arbok here max physical defense for physical against fusing nature, because even though they had a Scarf, max special attack, Skeleturge, that was the only special threat they had, and I shouldn't really worry about it. But yeah, the Copenhagen Crocodiles are certainly back. My first win ever, which is super cool. We got 6-0, which I didn't think I was going to achieve so fast in my draft league career. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, then like and subscribe. The Copenhagen Crocodiles is back. And yeah, bye bye.